of how I want it to look. So it's just super cool. I love showing you guys this kind of stuff. It's so cool. So that's my thumbnail. I'll leave it right here so you guys can see. So welcome back to Naya's News. This is the channel where I report news about my life while being open, honest, and transparent as much as possible. So I thought today would be a really fun video to show you guys how I create my thumbnails. So I'm going to be taking you guys along with me with the process and the apps, the features, the different tips, and kind of my fonts that I prefer on different videos of how I'm going to be using for this particular thumbnail. I've gotten a lot of feedback about just my progress of how people have seen how my thumbnails has transformed and kind of just excites them when they look at videos. So I thought this would be a perfect way to show you guys and give you guys a step-by-step process. It's pretty simple because I've been doing it for quite some time and I kind of know my go-tos of what I'm going to do for a thumbnail before even doing it. So it's pretty easy to me, but I also wanted to just give some tips and tricks. This is by far not I'm an expert video because I'm just giving you guys from my experience. So you guys have pointers for me, definitely let me know. Drop them down in the comments. And don't forget for this video to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's hit that bell button so you never miss an upload. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so for this particular thumbnail, I always use the app called PicsArt. I'm actually going to show you like the screen recording right here so you guys can follow me. So with the app PicsArt, it's free. You can find it in your app store, and I'm sure if you have like an Android or anything like that and you're editing on your phone in particular, you can find it in like your Google Play Store. So this is my iPhone that I'm using. So for this particular thumbnail, all the photos are already on my phone. So I click the plus sign that you guys are seeing in the middle, and it'll take me to just the top row of my photos. The most recent photo, as you guys can see that I'm about to click on, is the photo that I'm going to use for my thumbnail. So it loads, and generally when I'm looking to create my thumbnail, I kind of look at where I'm standing and kind of visually see before putting anything on where I want my title to go. So you guys will see I'm going to have it go on the top, I guess you would say, right hand side. And it's so many features. You have the tools, and one thing that I do like about it, it's like a free crop. So if I wanted to brush or crop something out that was in the photo that I didn't want to be, I can click on that one. But for this particular thumbnail, I don't need to do that. So I'm just going to scroll across to where it says text. And because this is going to be a video talking about thumbnails, I'm going to title this video, How to Create Thumbnails on Your Phone. And first, when you do it, you see it in the initial font that it creates. And what I do, I leave it and I kind of drag it to the corner of wherever I'm going to put my title. And then at that point, I kind of scroll across and kind of see and choose between the different fonts. They have at least 20 to 30 fonts. And I go and kind of keep scrolling until I find one. This is a possibility. This one is called Chetlin. And this this title, I should say, is called Short Stack. I like the fonts of those two in particular, excuse me, because I just feel that my title, it fits what I'm going to say. So if I'm deciding between those two, I just keep scrolling just to have an idea. And another hand on this feature for PicsArt, it's a really good thumbnail. So I keep scrolling and keep scrolling until I get to one that I see. And I actually am gonna go back to the feature Short Stack. Let me find that. Short Stack. Okay, so here's Short Stack. If you see, the U is kind of cut off. So now what I do, now that I have my font, I go down and I make sure I fix the spacing in between the wording. So I go down, keep going down, boom, it fits. And if I wanted to change it in any way and fix it, I can keep scrolling left or right, and I just do that. And because I already know how the cropping is for the thumbnail for YouTube, I have an idea as to where it's going to be placed. So I generally leave it there. And one of the features, when you click on this dot that's in the middle, you can stretch it. You guys will see that I'm like stretching it up and down. So I like that. But I also want to spruce it up just a little bit. So I definitely want to add a sticker. That's the feature. Let me go back. When you see text, right to the right of it, it's the tab called sticker. And I'll click that and search for phone, let's say. Phone icon. Not that one. Let me put iPhone to be more specific. Or better yet, I don't even have to do that. I can actually go back, look for the phone app or the phone emoji, and then boom. Now that I have that, I can shrink it to fit the size of the thumbnail that I'm looking for, and now I can go ahead and change the color. So for this one, I'm going to click color, and this is like one of the many things that I love about it. I can scroll, and there's so many different colors. There's so many different shades of colors that I can pick from. So for this one, I think I'm gonna go with like, let's see. I'm feeling like green, but then I'm also feeling blue. Let's see what the green does. Click it. Once you click that, your whole font, or not your font, your color to your font changes. Then at that point, you can scroll and do the tab where it says stroke. Stroke is where it changes the color of the outside of the lettering. You'll see. I usually go with white, and you'll see when I go up, it gets whiter, and then when I go down, it goes back to the normal. I like going all the way, especially when I'm kind of using like a neon color, because I feel like the white makes it pop and you kind of see what I'm like titling for my video. You see the title for my video. Then after that, I go and scroll where it says shadow, and this kind of makes it look 3D, and I think that's just super cool to me. So I kind of go all the way. I make sure so you can kind of see, and I think this is kind of like a simple way for me to change it. And if I wanted to add any more fonts, I would type it like this, but for this particular thumbnail, I'm not going to. Oh, let me show you guys this feature. This feature is next to, in between highlight and stroke, it's bend. So if I wanted to bend or kind of arch my title, I would go like that, or go like that, or go like that. Like it's so super cool, but I like it to where I did the thumbnail in the very beginning and the font. So this is the finishing touch. So when I'm done and I'm finished and I find all the features of what I want, you just press this download icon that's at the top in the middle of the right hand side of your phone, if you're viewing the phone the way I am, and it'll save. You go to your camera roll, you go there, and then boom, it's right there. And you can literally add it on your YouTube studio where you guys are seeing it on my screen. I would click it, and once I'm done editing the video, I'll format it, and that's kind of like what the feature is. PicsArt, it's honestly just amazing. I do all my editing. If I'm editing on my phone in particular, PicsArt is like my go-to. If I'm editing on my laptop, I use iMovie to kind of filter the titles and do it. But 9 times out of 10, the thumbnails that you guys see are from my phone because it's so handy. I can have it readily available and do like a quick 1-2, and I already envision the title of how I want it to look. So it's just super cool. I love showing you guys this kind of stuff. It's so cool. So that's my thumbnail. I'll leave it right here so you guys can see. That wraps up for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of how-to video. If you guys would like more videos like this, definitely comment down below. I'm always willing to share my tips and give suggestions to how to make your videos better and definitely give me suggestions on how I can make my videos. This is like a community. This is a sisterhood, a brotherhood, everything you wanted to call it. We are the Naya News family, the #1 family of the universe. That was just my own snippet. Of course, I'm biased. But you guys know, before I go, I gotta give a shout out. A shout out. A shout out. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. We at the comments. Boom. Shout out to King Ayoka. I believe that's how you say her name. Shout out to you, girl. Thank you for the constant love and support. And if you would like a shout out in one of my future videos, comment down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. So, for this particular, let me do my screen recording.